everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel, and today I'm doing my very first open collaboration. Hopefully it goes well. Hopefully I know how to link some of these fabulous women down in the box below and add videos and all that, but I'll figure that out, pretty sure. Or I'll Google it. Anyway, today the collaboration is Sunday supper. Doesn't it just sound wonderful? It just sounds relaxing, yummy, comforting, especially with fall being here, and now you get to focus on, I don't know, a little more time on Sunday and make a nice meal for your family, and you know, whether you have some other family members over once in a while or it's just your immediate family at home. I love Sunday suppers. I think I'm trying to think of some of the good, like, different suppers my mom used to make. I know there's a roast a lot, and to me, I never used to, and I may have told you this guys before, I can't remember, but anyway, that my mom used to make a roast a lot, like if we had my siblings over and stuff, and I didn't appreciate it then. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even really like beef or roast, but I ate it because she made it. But you know, and can I just say, back then, I remember our roasts not being that big, but maybe they were big, I don't know. But she also had usually potatoes and carrots and different stuff like that, and then bread, and usually a dessert, and it would feed us. I mean, at that point, I'm the youngest, but my brothers and sisters were well into adulthood, you know what I mean? So it fed us. I don't know, you buy a roast today, it's like this big, and you're thinking, geez Louise, my husband and I can eat that by ourselves. But anyway, so roast was one of her good ones. I know she made homemade rolls a lot, homemade cinnamon rolls a lot, homemade bread a lot. Like, she would do a whole day of that stuff when she did it, for like to add to our Sunday meal. I'm trying to think of other things. She did chili and stuff. Oh, she would do chicken pot pie. I don't know, for some reason I always remember the roast, and I think it was because I remember now as an adult that I didn't appreciate it as a kid. I didn't appreciate her rolls either, or not her rolls, her bread. I wanted regular bread. I wanted regular bread, like just soft regular bread. You know what I mean? I mean, the house smelled amazing when she made bread and rolls and cinnamon rolls and stuff, but I didn't appreciate them because they weren't like what a kid's used to, you know? And I don't know, I was used to them. Obviously she made them, but she didn't make them all the time. It was like maybe the cinnamon rolls and the bread and stuff she would do one day, maybe every 3-4 months, and we'd do that. But I sure as heck appreciate them now. Wish I still had them. Wish I had the beautiful smells and the bread to taste and eat and enjoy, and now I enjoy roast. I love roast. But you know, as a kid, you don't appreciate those things, and now it's past. So anyway, don't get too sentimental here. Let's get on to our lovely collaboration. I'm so excited. So anyway, so I'm not doing roast. I was going to do roast, and then I decided that I'm going to do meatloaf. Oh, that was another thing. So she made meatloaf a lot on Sundays, and I loved her meatloaf. It was like, you know, meatloaf is a funny thing. It's you either like it or you don't. If you can't, do you feel the same way? You cannot go out and eat meatloaf at a restaurant. It's not the same, because everyone makes their meatloaf differently. And I have tried, there's a lot of things I put a spin on all the time. I change my recipes all the time. I hardly, very seldom, ever make anything exactly the same twice. But meatloaf, I have to make the same. I've tried doing the barbecue meatloaf. I've tried doing different versions of the meatloaf. I can't do it. I gotta go back to my basic meatloaf. I remember trying at a local restaurant one time. My husband and I went out, and it was early on when we first started dating. We were probably, well, it was probably a year into it or something, and I'm like, oh, I want some meatloaf, comfort, I want mashed potatoes and green beans, and I get the meatloaf and I got, and if you make it this way and your family loves it, that's all that matters. My mom didn't, so I didn't eat it that way. But it had green peppers in it, which I'm not a huge fan of. I love bell peppers, the colored ones, but not the green ones. But I think it had bread and green peppers in it. It had something else to it, and it just had a funny taste to it, and I didn't like the peppers in it, and it was really stiffer, and it had a gravy on top, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. And then I think I tried it somewhere else in another restaurant, and then I told my husband I gave up. I'm not ordering or eating meatloaf at a restaurant ever again. I don't even want to eat it at someone's house. I don't think I've ever had to eat it at someone's house, so that's good because, sometimes this face gives it all away. But my mom always used to make it with cracker crumbs, and I always got to smoosh all the crackers in the bag and beat it with the rolling pin and then smoosh them up, and I love crackers. But anyway, crackers and butter, yum. So anyway, so that's what she used as her binder in her meatloaf. Obviously eating low carb, I can't do that. I used to make my meatloaf that way all the time, but eating low carb, we can't do that. So for the last 17 years, I just make it with Parmesan cheese in it. Grated Parmesan cheese or, grated Parmesan cheese. And I just sprinkle some of that in it and holds together just fine. It adds a little bit of the saltiness to it that you need. Just basic seasonings. I do the ketchup on top because one of my favorite parts was when my mom would make the meatloaf, she'd take her finger and put holes in the top and put the ketchup and smear it all over, and then like put ketchup in the holes too. So that's how I was making. My husband loves it, loves leftover meatloaf, loves meatloaf sandwiches. So it's great. That's what I make it. That's how I make it. And so we'll see. I don't think I've showed you how to make my meatloaf, but anyway, maybe I have. I don't know. But we're having meatloaf. After all that, that's what we're having. Meatloaf. Creamed onions. Creamed pearl onions. If you've never had creamed pearl onions, you're missing out. It's not even that hard. It's fancy, but kind of easy. You know what I mean? So good. They're so good. First time I made them was probably about 8 years ago, I think, for a Sunday dinner. Oh, they're so good. And then I think I'm going to roast up some carrots because I have a problem with carrots when it comes to imperfect foods. And then they're cheap, and then I buy too many, and then thank God they last a long time in the fridge. So I'm going to roast up some carrots, have some creamed pearl onions, meatloaf, and for dessert, for this beautiful Sunday dinner, I'm going to make a chocolate chess pie, but low carb. I've never made it. We'll see how it goes. I'm just going to kind of take a basic recipe, and it really is like a chocolate silk chocolate pie or chocolate silk pie or whatever you call it, kind of the same thing. But I'm going to be making like a coconut flour crust type thing with it. Oh well. If the crust doesn't taste that good, I don't care. The middle's going to taste really good, I'm sure. So I think that's it. And I got to show you guys my little new timer that I got. I'll be using it in this video because I'm super excited about him. Meow. Hey. Isn't he cute? I got this on Amazon. I'll link him down below. But the company that makes them reached out to me and said, hey, do you want to test them out and give us your rating on them and stuff? And I love him. He is so cute. And they have different colors. They have black ones. They have black and white ones. They had gray, whatever. So I got this one because it's kind of like zipper colored, even though it's not striped. Well, it does have stripes down here. Anyway, he's got stripes and spots. But all right, enough babbling. I'm exhausted, and I don't know if I want to do this or not. But anyway, that's what we're making. Shouldn't take that long, but at least it's a little more in depth. And you know what I'm most excited about are these stupid onions, because it's been a while, and I love them. Whatever. So anyway, let's get started, and hey, cheers. Okay, so first things first, get your apron on. Sunday supper time. And we have to get our meat in the bowl. I do usually about 1.5 pounds. This is burger I had in the freezer, and I thawed it out. Oh, hold on. A little technical difficulty. We got it. Jeez, I should have just had this already in there for you. Hi. Okay, so now we're gonna crack in our 2 eggs. It's really basic. So usually you do like 1 egg per pound is like what we've always done. It's 1.5 pounds. It's a little over 1.5 pounds probably. So I'm gonna do 2 just to be safe. I don't measure. I'm sorry. So I don't know, 1/4 cup of that's the grated Parmesan. A little bit of basil. Oops. Oh. A little bit of everything all over my counter. No, this is garlic powder. Put in as much as you want. You can obviously use fresh, whatever. I don't. You know when you're in a, I don't know. I've just never done it. This way I always have it on hand. This is onion powder. Probably 1/4 teaspoon. A little bit of salt. A little bit over your shoulder for luck. Ketchup. You gotta put ketchup in it, right? Sorry. I'm gonna cook like you're right here with me. So my mom always put ketchup in it. And then we're going to mix it all together with our hands. You probably don't want to see my hands doing it, only because I don't even know if I can get this ring off. Yep, I can. Well, we'll see how it goes. I usually do just one. Oh my God, it's so cold. I usually get my burger out for a little bit and have it sit out because I cannot. Oh, sometimes. Have you ever taken the burger out of the fridge and oh my gosh, it is like ice cold still. It's stressful. Okay, so I don't know how you know, and I'm sorry if you're new to cooking, but don't overmix your meatloaf. And I guess it's just one of those things, I don't know. It's amazing what you learn from your parents or learn from someone cooking, and you don't know until you know it, you know? But don't overmix it because you don't want it too stiff. So I always use a bread loaf pan because that's what my mom always used. She never had the technical meatloaf pan, which there is such thing, and there's a little tray in the bottom so the grease goes to the bottom. I don't care. You can easily, egg on the counter, hold on. Easily drain the grease. So why buy another thing that you need? I have like 4 glass pans for bread and different things I make, so meatloaf goes in it. I've never done any different. My mom never did it any different. So I always use the same bowl also for making the meatloaf. So this is the fun part. Yay, yay, yay. Since I don't get to break any cracker crumbs, at least I get to poke my fingers in there. Ugh. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Okay, wash my hand. Yeah, I always keep one hand out. You don't need both in there. I mean, come on, realistically. So there's my, now I'm not putting this in the oven yet, but you know, 350 for about an hour and you're good to go. Okay, so we're gonna get started on the pie now so we can get that going. We do have to bake the crust in the oven for a little bit, and then we make the chocolate part and put it in there. So I have not put the meatloaf in yet. I'm waiting for a little bit. We're gonna start with 4 eggs, which I'm gonna stick in here right now. I'm melting 1 cup of butter in the microwave right now. So this is my little, sorry, garbage bag. I'm gonna throw shit in. So 4 eggs. We're gonna do a little bit of salt in there. Like I said, 1 cup of melted butter, unsalted butter. We're gonna do about 1.5 cups of coconut flour and just a little bit of a sugar substitute. Okay, so I just smooshed up the eggs a little bit. And look at my butter, y'all. Got that at the Paula Deen store. We're in Myrtle Beach, I think it was. Speaking of Myrtle Beach, my husband and I are gonna go for my birthday. Oh, I can't talk to you right now. You know how I lose track. Okay, so that was a 1/2 cup. Anyway, November 11th. Well, the 12th. We're gonna go. That was 1 cup. Okay. 1.5 of that in there. Here's my butter. Let's mix this together a little bit. Yeah, so I'm excited. We're gonna go back. It'll be in high 60s, low 70s, so I'm okay with that. But we're gonna stay right on the beach, so. We do love Myrtle Beach. We actually kind of slow down and relax when we're in Myrtle Beach. When we go to other places, sometimes we do too much. Okay. So 2 sticks of salted or unsalted melted butter. As you can see, there's a few chunks, but it's okay. We'll be fine. And then I'm going to get a little bit of, oh, see, this is why you have an apron on. It splattered me. Just a little bit of salt. And then a little bit of sweetener. I like to use the monk fruit, whoops, that's not it, the monk fruit sweetener, but I'm out, so I do have my stevia, so I'm just going to do probably like, I don't know, 1.5 teaspoons. Get in there, old-fashioned way. Look at me, I'm not even using my stand mixer. What? This is crazy. You know I'm putting a lot of love into this one. I like this dough. Okay. Down the bottom. All right. So like a 9-inch pie plate. Isn't this cute? It's a Norman Rockwell one. I don't know. I like antiques, so I got it at I have no idea. Antique store probably. I sprayed it because I just don't want any issues. So you can use butter. Oops, look at that. You want to make sure, I have different pie plates, but I didn't want one that was too deep because I want to make sure that the crust comes up to the sides on it. Okay, so I set my oven at 350 because this is going to bake for about 15 minutes in the oven, but we do want to cover the edges. So it won't be totally baked at this point because once we put the chocolate in there also, it will bake some more in the oven, and so the crust will finish off. So we're just going to lightly cover it with some tin foil. Our little edges don't get too colored because obviously it's going back in the oven. So 15 minutes in the oven. Okay, so now I got my saucepan. I need to have, what do we do with it? one of the unsweetened baking chocolate cubes, kind of chopped up a little bit. And then heat it over the stove top. Okay, with a half a stick of butter. More butter. Lots of butter in this pie. That's why this pie is going to be so good. Lots of butter. That's why you wear an apron. That's why you have a drink. Because your kitchen looks like this. Ah! For Sunday dinner. Is it worth it? Let's see. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to turn this. You can do this over a double boiler, but I don't. I just watch it. A lot of times if it's chocolate chips and stuff, I heat those in the microwave at slow pace, like a minute or two at a time. Works fine. So we're getting this down there. We're also going to add in some cocoa powder. Oh my God, it smells so good. These are tablespoons, so that's 3. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Look at that. Yum. It's not even sweetened yet. So we're going to do 6 tablespoons. So I already did 3. Use a whisk or something too, might make it easier, but alright, so we just want to melt it and incorporate it, make sure there's no bumps, what do you call them? You know, chunks. There we go, chunks. Yummy, look at that. See, didn't even burn it. Okay, we're going to let that cool for a little bit and set it aside. In the meantime, here's our pie crust. I'm going to take that out and let that cool. Okay guys, we're still working on the pie. So while the chocolate is cooling and the pie crust came out of the oven, I'm going to beat up, oops, got a little bit on my slipper, 3 eggs. Should have not had the little hook on there yet. Okay, so 3 eggs, and then probably this is a half a cup of stevia. Might do like 3/4 cup. Is that better? I'm so bad at showing you guys that. I'm so sorry. Okay, so we're going to get this beating. Let's get it incorporated first because we don't want that stuff to fly all over the place. So it's like a pale yellow, probably 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, so it's kind of all ready to go, a little frothy, and now we're going to add the chocolate. Okay, so we're going to add the chocolate little by little, just on a low speed. That's great. It's all inside my bowl. Guys over a little bit so you can see a little better. Little by little. this down. So really it's like a chocolate custardy pie. If you've never had like chess pie or crackle pie, whatever they want to call it, it's really good. Okay, I'm just gonna scoop the rest of this in here while it's not going. This is a little bit easier. Get it all out. Can't leave any behind. Okay. These are weeds. I got chocolate all over the KitchenAid. It's like everywhere. It's like right there. Scraped on this side a little bit. So I got the whisk attachment on and not the other one, so I want to make sure. Okay, so this is what it looks like pudding. And now we're gonna put it in. Let me move you over here so you can see, since I'm doing this like this. Now the crust is cool too. It's not like totally cold, but it is definitely not fresh out of the oven. It's cooled off. I put it on a towel on the counter. Someone else? Oh my god, that always hurts my hand. Okay. This smells so good. Now, obviously, if you want to do this, you don't have to do it keto, low carb, sugar free. Really going to put regular sugar in there. You're going to use a real pie crust. And that's pretty much the difference, right? So. Okay. Get off there. Okay, now, hold on. Okay, so now it's going to go in the oven just like this for about 20-25 minutes. Well, actually, 25 to 30 minutes. Put your toothpick in. If it comes out clean, then you're good to go. If these get a little too brown, just add some more of the... So I'm going to save my tin foil, so I'm going to watch it. If it gets a little too brown around the outside, then I'll put the tin foil back on. But at 350. Same as my meatloaf. So I put my meatloaf in just a few minutes ago. Probably about 7 minutes ago. And then I have the pie I just put in. Okay, so I'm going to set this for 30 minutes. My little kitty cat timer, isn't it cute? So cute. I don't know why I'm looking over there. Wrong spot. My bad. I have my phone upside down. So, anyway. 30 minutes. It'd be really cute if he meowed. But oh, he's already got food on him. God, guys. Okay, so anyway, 30 minutes for the pie. Because my oven is set, that timer is set for the meatloaf. So, let's get these creamed onions going. And I don't know, I might have given up on the carrots. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so I just peeled the carrots, chopped them up in like little fry things or whatever. You didn't need to watch me peel them. you know how to do that, I'm sure. Okay, so I put some olive oil, some garlic powder over top. And if you think you don't like cooked carrots, because you buy those little tiny baby carrots all the time, you need to try roasting regular full carrots. It's a whole different taste. Full carrots are a whole different taste compared to those little baby carrots, which baby carrots are just fine. I used them for so many years before I realized that these taste so much better. Baby carrots are fine for quickie things like dips and snacks and your lunches, and I get it. Trust me, I get it. But, oh God, this smells good just because of the garlic powder. But the difference roasting something like this makes is amazing, okay? Get our good grated Parmesan cheese. Put it over top. These will caramelize and be so yummy. I'm gonna stick these in there in the oven next to everything else at 350. You can see it's all ready. Put some salt on there if you want, but I'm not going to. It'll a little extra. It'll get all yummy just the way it is. Okay, you guys. Well, obviously I told you I was gonna watch the crust until I forgot about it. But anyway, it's fine. But look how yummy it looks. And it's nice and set up. Isn't it beautiful? So that's out of the oven. Thanks to my trusty little cat timer here, went off. Now I moved my carrots up and my meatloaf's still going. I got about like 20 minutes. Okay, so now we're going to start the creamed onions, which I use the frozen onion, pearl onions. See, they're the cute little guys. These little dudes. Anyway, that's what we're going to keep working on now. I keep forgetting my camera's down here, so I'm so sorry. Let me just look it up there. Okay, so I'm putting about 2 tablespoons of butter in here. I'm sweating, you guys. I'm sweating. I have to kick my slippers off. I don't want y'all trip over them or something. Okay, let's get this warmed up. This out of the way. Because we're just gonna, these carrots, oh my God. These onions are already peeled kind of thing. Pretty sure they are. It's been a while. You can get pearl onions that are not frozen. And yeah, see, see the little guys? And they come with the little skins on them. So you would have to kind of steam them or cook them, and you squish them at the end, and the little onion center, which are these, pops right out. It's kind of fun. It's kind of relaxing, I'm not going to lie. I have done it that way before. But then I discovered these little guys, and it's a whole new world. Hot, sweaty, I need a drink. Sunday supper. There's even a recipe on the back of, this is Kroger version, on the back of these pearl onions. Mine is similar. I do add a few things and I changed it up a notch, so we'll go from there. But you can always use this. And sorry, Zipper is very angry right now because I'm not snuggling with him. Tell him all about it. Tell him. Mom's mean. I know. Tell him. Tell him, yeah. I know. Mom spent all this time on this camera and not spend any time with him. Yes. And this is where you would insert finger to pet him and you would get bit or scratched. Just saying. If you're ever over, just so you know. He looks cute and innocent, but look at that tail. He's not. Yeah, you are. No, you're not. That's right. You're cute, but you're not innocent. So I put these in. We got to get these thawed out, so they're frozen onions. It won't take very long. It takes about 5-10 minutes. So we're just kind of keeping them. I don't want it over high heat or anything, but a medium heat with the butter. It's just thawing them out. You'll know. Okay, so they're pretty much thawed out now, but I do want to try and brown them up just a little bit. If not, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It doesn't matter. It's not the end of the world. And then we're going to add some, whatever stock you have. You can add, like I am having meatloaf. I could do beef stock with it, but I'm going to do chicken stock. You can use vegetable stock, whatever, like a half a cup of heavy cream in there. We're just making kind of like a little sauce for it. Salt and pepper, and a little bit of nutmeg, and a little bit of Parmesan cheese in there. So, yummy! Alright, so now we're going to add in about half a cup of broth. Half a cup of heavy cream. Sorry, I don't measure. I'm going to add a little bit of salt. And a little bit of pepper. And now we're just going to get it to a bubble, a light bubble. Simmer. That's what it's called. Simmer. Simmer it up in there, because we want this to thicken. I might have to add a little more heavy cream, not sure. And then we're going to add in some Parmesan cheese here in just a little bit. But you'll see, it'll start to thicken and stuff. Then at the end, we'll add the nutmeg. I do a little bit more salt. So let's get it up to, you'll see it probably coming up here in just a minute. Okay, so now we got it coming to a simmer. It'll start to thicken. It's just kind of like if you make an Alfredo sauce or a Parmesan sauce or whatever. That's what we're kind of doing for these creamed onions. Just want to thicken it up. Okay, you can see how now it's starting to simmer down now. Simmer down. Thicken a little bit. I'm going to start adding in, Zipper's still upset. I'm going to add in a little bit of Parmigiano. Right, quarter cup. Turn it down to a low simmer. Okay, so you can see now it's like really getting kind of thicker. There's a lot less in the pan. I'm going to let it on a low simmer there. My little thing fell apart here. But anyway, this is for nutmeg. This really sets it off. I know it's not much, but it's fresh. I mean, you can use powdered nutmeg if you want to. We're getting all steamed. It's so good in here. So it's just pearl onions with a thick sauce over them. A little bit of nutmeg. Salt and pepper. I'll put a little bit more pepper in it. I'll let this go a few more minutes. Let it thicken up. 2 or 3 more minutes. Okay, so I pulled the meatloaf out because it was done. I always add more ketchup to the top. That's what my mom did. And then I'm going to add some, get the new container out. We've used so much cheese today. Hold on. I'm trying to, I know you're probably wondering what I'm doing. A little bit of parm on top. I'm going to put foil over it. Just keep it ready or warm. And do you know this trick? Put the foil over it. It's on a towel, and you put a towel over it. Keeps it nice and warm. Learned that from my mama too. Now you're probably wondering how the carrots are coming. They're perfectly fine. All ready. Don't they look yummy? Oh, yum. Oh, look, see? See all the, where the hell? Oh, there. Look at that crustiness on there. Yum! They're hot. I feel one of them. But they're so good. They're the creamed onions. Yum! How is it? How's the meatloaf?
It's good.
Okay. Try other stuff so people know it's not just me that eats it.
Those are good.
The onions. We haven't had the onions in a long time. Those are the carrots that I make sometimes at Easter and stuff.
They're good in the onion sauce.
What are you doing, baby?
It's like a meow.
Toys everywhere.
So what kind of chocolate pie is that?
It's a chocolate chess pie. Glad you asked. Let's give it a shot.
I will too.
Up.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. I mean, for low carb, right? The chocolate's good. You know how sometimes a chocolate with sweeteners is hard to get a good taste to it and stuff?
Yeah, it's got a deep taste.
Which is what you like, because you like dark chocolate. Oh god. I think it's pretty good. Okay guys, so Sunday supper. Meatloaf, creamed onions, roasted carrots with Parmesan, I'm trying to think of everything, and the chocolate chess pie. All low carb, keto friendly. Well, the carrots are a little higher carb, but they're still vegetables. So, and if you're making this for other people, throw in some rolls or something. Zipper is very unhappy right now, and I'm sorry. He's just gonna keep talking because I'm talking. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this collab, and down below I'll list the, I don't even really know how to do it. So I think I list the link with all the other videos of ladies, fabulous ladies that are gonna help me with this collab and do other Sunday suppers for you. So be sure to go to their pages, check them out. They're all awesome people. Otherwise I wouldn't have asked them to join, right? And that's about it. So hopefully you enjoyed this, and I'm full, stuffed, whatever. I ate too much. And now I'm just gonna sit back, relax, and have another cocktail because I'm hot, I'm tired, and that's what Sunday suppers are all about. It's like you get super excited, you know, you make it for your family, you enjoy it. The cat's mad at you because you don't spend time with him. You know, that's what it's all about. Just relaxing. Give it a thumbs up if you like the video. Hit subscribe if you want to hang out and see more of these videos. Oh my god, he's getting so loud. I'm so sorry. So sorry. My ear's plugged on this side, so I don't really hear half of him. You probably hear him way more than I do. But anyway, cheers.